Today in Lansing, a hearing was held to discuss the proposed rules and regulations for marijuana in Michigan. People lined up to share their concerns and request changes. Michigan is still trying to establish the rules for licenses, operations, testing, and everything else in the legal pot industry. One point of contention, labor peace agreements. News 8's Heather Walker explains.
The labor peace agreement, this is a hot topic and people have been very passionate on both sides.
I'm here to talk about labor peace agreements.
We've got a number of concerns.
What are some of your concerns?
Our members are opposed to the mandated signing of the labor peace agreements.
I'm really excited about these labor peace agreements.
Labor peace agreements. Basically, it requires union access to businesses in exchange for the union's agreement not to disrupt business operations. It doesn't force unionization, but it opens the door for unions. Under the current draft of the state rules and regulations, businesses applying for state marijuana licenses are required to sign a labor peace agreement.
We want to make sure there's as much stability as possible. So any sort of labor disruptions could ultimately be detrimental not only to industry operators and the workforce as well, but ultimately the safety of the market as well.
Andrew Brisboe is the executive director of the Marijuana Regulatory Agency. He was appointed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The GOP-controlled Senate approved a resolution formally opposing the requirement to sign a labor peace agreement with the union. The Michigan Cannabis Industry Association, which represents more than 200 marijuana businesses, agrees.
There really isn't any other industry in the state that requires the signing of a union peace agreement in exchange for a state license. Our industry is brand new. We want to be treated equally.
Others, like the mayor of Jackson, users, and even those outside of the industry, feel this agreement is needed to ensure fair wages and working conditions for employees in the industry.
I want to make sure that we have a fair and safe workplace, safe training for employees, because that means a safer product for the consumer.
There's a lot to consider, but the director of MRA says they could have the final set of rules and regulations done by May. Reporting in Lansing, Heather Walker, News 8.